Well, hello and welcome to Paterson Reserve for round 16 of the 2026 Women's Premier League. 3 rounds to go here as the finals race is really starting to heat up, and this may be one of the most consequential matches of Holroyd and Quakers Hill seasons respectively. 4th playing 5th in what is a must-win for both sides. Rouse Hill in 6th, probably a little too far out of the question by now. But Ponds, Kellyville, Quakers and Holroyd all split by 4 points between 2nd and 5th. And this is a prime opportunity for both sides to put a bit of distance on one another. 2 points separating Quakers Hill Tigers and Holroyd Rangers coming into this afternoon. Quakers Hill in 4th on 30, Holroyd on 28 in 5th. Bo Clements with you here to take you through this afternoon's action. Now let's have a look at how both sides will line up for this afternoon's clash. For the visiting Holroyd Rangers, at number 4, Annalise Helena, number 7, Elika Halim, 8, Sarah Bernard, 9, Rebecca Horgan, 10, Dion King, 11, Angela Gardner, 12, Trisha Kalako, 13, Paige Hawkins, 15, Amelia Meisel, 16, Lords Molina, 17, Natalie Pager, 21, Belinda Vasquez, 23, Courtney Franks, 35, Luana Takatahiwi, 44, Daniela Kachich, 48, Jessica Taya, 72, Angelina Powell, and number 77, Madeline Todd-Hunter. For the Quakers Hill Tigers, number 1, Ella Wilson, 2, Madison Steele, 3, Tia Berg, 4, Carolee Coote, 6, Danny Freeman, 8, Hayley Smith, 9, Christine Gennaro, 10, Briony Webb, 12, Abby Corky, 13, Ashley Bolter, 18, Jamie Combo, 21, Bianca O'Brien, 22, Chanel MacArthur Caruthers, 24, Michaela Cleesby, 25, Shalise MacArthur, and number 41, Kayla Marlowe. It was a late 1-0 win when Quakers Hill made that trip over to Holroyd back in early June. It was a midweek catch-up. Late penalty, in fact. Carolee Coote converting from the spot. Quakers Hill unbeaten in 4. And Holroyd Rangers, having lost 2 weeks ago to Marion, going to draw to Ponds. Be looking to find their form here this afternoon. Quakers Hill get us underway and go long into the corner. Coote forced back to Combo. Takatahiwi filling in goal this afternoon as Coote got a touch, fortuitous bounce, but Holroyd are able to scramble in defence. Good work there from Garner to take it away from the oncoming Quakers Hill midfield. And Horgan, that lone centre forward role this afternoon, it can be a lot of thankless work without the support of her wingers at times. But with such an incredible turn of pace, so looking for the run of Bernard is dealt with well. Freeman goes wide. Won by Hawkins. Now Freeman once again exploring down that right-hand side, looking for the run of Coote. Home side earned their first corner of the afternoon. So the front post, and it'll just caress the side netting. Bit of a reprieve for Holroyd. Takatahiwi wide for King. Looks like something of a 4-5-1 for Holroyd. Very compact through the middle of the park. Trying to overload that with numbers, but as I mentioned before, that does leave Horgan up top stranded at times. Long throw dealt with by Helena. Gardner having to backtrack. Quakers recycle possession. Freeman, dispossessed by Bernard, but wins it straight back. Takatahiwi comes out quickly. Coote. Freeman. Turning away from danger. Bolter in for Kumbo. Dispossessed, but Quakers who will get the throw. O'Brien. Combo unable to keep it in. Flick on by Gardner. Freeman able to get it away from danger. Bolter. Freeman swarmed by Rangers, but able to work her way through danger and gets a ball down the line for MacArthur. Powell getting a touch. Freeman getting the body in front and winning back possession. Bolter. Able to see it clear. His father was Webb, who cycles possession. Bolter putting a hopeful ball in for Coote. Combo stripping it away from Bernard. Berg dispossessed there. Corky. Elena able to pick up the heavy touch. Berg went to ground, but it'll just be a throw. Coote into the front post, and Kumbo, the up and under, and it will trickle over. And Quakers well worth the pressure, well worth the early lead. That's all down to the hunger of Kudu. Showed that never say die attitude, didn't let it roll behind. Managed to stick the foot out and get that delivery in. The defending champs find themselves behind. First for the third time in a row. It's being one of the earliest goals that they've conceded all season. Pager looks to reply early. O'Brien's there at the front post to take that one away. Freeman. We're putting in the challenge, but inadvertently handing the visitors a corner. King has scored from a corner in a previous match of the round this season. A win over Minchinbury. And she might go again there. It's cleared off the line. Webb will put it behind once more. Caught Corky. Square on the top of the head. Marking that front post, and she'll certainly be holding station after that delivery by Dion King. A lot easier to deal with this time around. MacArthur, intelligently there, playing away from danger. Bolter smothered by Gardner. Bryan hoofing it up, but it'll stay in. Pager getting the last touch. Pager. In fact, it was Powell under pressure from Kumbo there. It's been quite impressive Obviously with the goal to her name, but also that intimidating presence up front. Forcing a couple of turnovers early in this match. Bolter. Berg looking to find an opening, but Howell saw it clear, and MacArthur getting a stud to that ball. So it will go the visitors' way. Bolter. Webb will clean it up. Gardner. Kalako. Helena. Now with a bit of space to drive forward. King with an early delivery. Wilson rushes out to take claim. Dropped for Kalako, but the touch benefiting the Tigers. Could have made that run a little too early. Strong win by Webb in midfield. Freeman have to go again. Bernard. Gardner under pressure there. Oh. Stay Holroyd ball. Although, but Carolee Coote trying to change that result. Led away by Corky. Taya. Being pressed by Berg there, who wins it for Quakers Hill. Webb. Good control with the pass. Just not there. Good interlinking play from Holroyd's midfield, and Kalako keeps it ticking over. Coote drops in. Defensive support, winning it back for Quakers Hill. Rangers midfield taking a bit of time to warm into this contest. Quakers Hill making life difficult for them through the middle. Freeman. Morgan wanting that early ball, and she might get it. That's really well done by O'Brien. Waited for an opening and takes it away from the lurking Holroyd forward. With another corner this time. Be an outswinger by King. Putting it right on Wilson's head again, though, and it shatters off the woodwork. Quakers still quick to react. They're able to clear. MacArthur will keep it in. Tried to find Coote, but won't fall her way on this occasion. So Brian has gone to ground. So it looked as if O'Brien has made contact with that post. Sort of fallen backwards into it. Maybe just a little awkwardly. It wasn't a great speed, but particularly the back of the head. More precautions needing to be taken. Up on her feet, unaided at least. Hopefully we'll be able to see her return very shortly. Coote. Swear for Berg, who's immediately set upon by Helena. Hawkins need to find space down the left-hand side. Corky will get there ahead of King. Coote. Webb trying to fire it down the line, blocked well by Helena. Berg. Quakers Hill corner. Penalty spot. Quakers Hill go. Webb with the acrobatic attempt. She'll have a second swing at it. Holroyd with enough bodies in the way. The pressure will keep mounting as Horgan illegally handling the ball there. Well, if the Kellyville Colts this weekend, this is probably the best round going for them as they take on Norwest. They currently find themselves in seconds. Whereas first v third and fourth v fifth all able to take points off one another this afternoon as Marion and Pons duke it out over at Harvey Park this afternoon. Coote picks it up on the edge of the area. Webb looking for an opening. Got the wrap on it. Very dangerously there. Hawkins trying to block the delivery. Ended up wrong-footing Takatahiwi. But took just enough off it that the goalkeeper could recover. Gardner able to poke it through. Two oncoming Tigers. Lena recycling with Hawkins. Takatahiwi in right under it. Webb. They're unchallenged, but wasn't able to connect with another Tiger. See as well just how fluid this front four, if you will, of Quakers Hill are. Berg, Kumbo, Coote and MacArthur all rotating around, picking up different roles as they see fit. Just makes the life of Holroyd defenders that much harder when your assignment is constantly changing. Powell for Gardner. Taya having to backtrack. Somehow squeeze it over to Powell. Freeman. Bernard turns back the other way, going long for Horgan. Got a touch past O'Brien, but too heavy as Wilson rushes out to pick it up. Misread by Taya. Now Quakers Hill trying to go long. Coote. Somehow managed to burrow under the shoulder of Powell as Webb swings one from distance. Really has come to fruition, hasn't it? Horgan just having to do a lot of grunt work on her own when that ball is fed up her way. There's at least 20 yards right now between her and the next Holroyd player. And there's 5 Tigers in the vicinity before that second Holroyd Ranger. Corky, upfield for Berg. Webb. Freeman, that's a good turn. Away from traffic. Cut up by Helena and now King. Go infield for Gardner. Freeman harassing the Holroyd midfield pairing. Freeman and Webb are outworking, out-muscling, out-thinking Kalako and Gardner in the opening stages. Pager finds an opening with Kalako on the right-hand side. Delivery block there by Cleesby. Holroyd would have been wishing that he would have travelled a bit further upfield and allow King to take that in-swinging delivery. Brian, who get it cleared. No Ranger in the box to even contest there. And now Coots chasing that ball into the corner. And no advantage played as Gardner leaving a little one on Coot there in that duel. A few numbers in the box for Quakers Hill. Kayla Cleesby standing over this one. Straight into Bernard in the wall. Horgan. Waiting for O'Brien to commit, but Quakers Hill centre half didn't bite until the timing was just right. MacArthur bolts up. MacArthur popping it up. Teo unchallenged there. Get it back from Gardner. Forcing the turnover for O'Brien. Nice touch there off Pager. Done really well, Cleesby and O'Brien, to keep Horgan quiet. Although the service just hasn't really been there either. As I mentioned before, Freeman and Webb doing a lot of the grunt work. Dictate the tempo through the middle of the park. Berg, that's a great win. Helena looked to burst into space. Quakers Hill can go and do the same now. Coot with the flick on. Trickle back to the Holroyd goalkeeper. Still neither side yet to take to their bench. Over half an hour played. Another side that usually like to wait a little while before pulling the trigger on changes. Kellyville, having covered the last two match of the rounds with the Colts, they do like to make those changes sporadically. They do come pretty early on in the match. Freeman. Pager driving into the Quakers Hill area. Delivery over the head of King. Berg motors through midfield, just takes that one touch too many. Gardner will bring it back the other way. Bernard poking it through. Cleesby took it away. And having blocked off the path to Horgan, nearly fell the way of Gardner. From the heroics of Wilson. Number 6, Danny Freeman, the first change of the afternoon, coming off for Quakers Hill. And number 2 of Madison Steele enters the midfield for Quakers Hill. Well by O'Brien, drops for Coote. Webb. Tucked away by Kalako. Bernard got a touch past Kumbo. Pops one over the top. Flag has stayed down here. Horgan past Wilson. The angle acute. Where's the support? Still with it is Horgan. Drop off for Bernard. Blocked well by Kumbo. Gardner. Bobbled up and MacArthur bringing Gardner to ground. Recovering effort from Quakers there. Immense to prevent Horgan from getting that shot off. Getting that touch past Wilson. There were already 3 Tigers sat on the line to prevent that. I thought maybe this might be better suited for King, but she's holding station at the back post. Bernard will drill this one low to the edge of the area. Kumbo will get there first. Helena. King looking to find an opening, but Corky denies her. That is well defended by the Quakers Hill fullback. From that first corner, which was blocked on the line by Corky, the Holroyd set pieces have really been a bit of a letdown for them this afternoon. A match where Quakers Hill are dominating large portions of possession. Really got to make those snapshots count a little more. Pressure there by Horgan. Forced that wayward pass out of Cleesby. Kalako. Corky turning it over in Quakers Hill's favour. Coote. Great hold-up play from the centre forward. Taya there first and not wanting to take any chances with MacArthur. Right there. Bolts up. Gardner. Clearance. Doesn't go too far. Combo. Poking it free. Webb just helping tick things over. Corky, a little fortuitous there. Still. Bolts up. Took a touch off Pager on the way through. Combo. With a decent result. Off the boot of Pager. Gardner. Elena. King fighting the run of Kalako. Corky out of position. Early ball looking for Horgan. It's read by O'Brien superbly. Berg. Spring the counter-attack. Ball played through for Coots. But it took 2 tries to go that way. Coote had already committed to the run. Can't say there'd be too much critique on the Quakers Hill coaching staff at halftime. Maybe just haven't created as much as they would have liked. Holroyd's backline have stood strong. Well, they've just got to keep the same intensity through midfield that they have in the opening 40 minutes. They've done really well to stifle Gardner, Kalako and Bernard. Last touch coming off the Tiger there. Late in the first half, can King help Holroyd pull the scores level? The front post they go. Webb got a touch, but it flicked on. Clarko. All inside for Pager. Webb in the right place to intervene. Coote. Pressure there and wins the throw-in, which is quite a good result given the lack of support up there at the time. Steele. Gardner trying to storm through. Denied by Webb. Coote, the great back heel. MacArthur took it in stride. It's easy enough for Taka Tahiwi. Draw towards stoppage time. Imagine a minute or two. The stoppage for O'Brien, which thankfully hasn't hampered her from continuing on. Coote, good win there. Shouts of men on, but they came too late. Webb, cleared there by Hawkins. O'Brien wins it, but at the cost of a corner, which King will head over to take. Not a lot of time left for Holroyd to draw level if they do score. Might be the last involvement of the half. On a real letdown for Holroyd. Still no change for Holroyd this half. Only the one with Paterson still making or coming on for Danny Freeman for Quakers Hill. Bernard goes from distance, but comfortable enough for Wilson in the end. That will draw an end to the first half. The home side, Quakers Hill, with the goal courtesy of Jamie Kumbo. Be back very shortly for the second half in the round 16 2026 Women's Premier League match of the round. Welcome back to Paterson Reserve's second half in the round 16 Women's Premier League match of the round for 2026. Quakers Hill Tigers and Holroyd Rangers. Half which home side dominated in large parts, got the early goal in the opening 10 minutes, courtesy of Jamie Kumbo. Bernard has a little inquisitive run. Ryan forcing the turnover and then drawing the foul. It's been so impressive in that first half. Along with Danny Freeman. As well as Brioni Webb through midfield. Berg under pressure there. Corky. Bernard just didn't get the connection she was hoping for, but Morgan won't let things go to waste. King turns away from danger. Bernard just couldn't get it under control. It was won well by Berg. Coop bumped off the ball. And roughed up a little bit in the last 30 seconds or so. Webb. It's trickled in. It did look like it stayed on line, didn't cross all the way over. Arthur Caruthers goes down the line. Berg looking to hound Hawkins. Kumbo. Heavy touch, which Gardner will take away. Powell up the line for Pager. Cleesby, the important intervention. King with another in swinger. Hoping to improve beyond the last deliveries from Holroyd. Set pieces just haven't quite been there for the visitors this afternoon. Front post they go. MacArthur Caruthers races out to intercept. King will go again. Number 8, Hayley Smith, has come on at halftime for Quakers Hill Tigers. Still just unsure of who that change was for, though. We'll get back to you with that in a moment. It's King, the better delivery this time. Kalako was rushing to get onto Horgan. Oh, wow! And, well, she hasn't had a lot to work with, but struck it beautifully, giving Wilson no hope. And the visitors find themselves level. Said Holroyd, they haven't really made the most of their set pieces. And the Holroyd talisman was lurking at the back post for that to drop, and that it did. Quakers Hill looking to reply immediately. Takatahiwi alert there and needed to be. So Smith has come on for Madison Steele as well. So that midfield role being the only one that's changed, that it's been turned twice over. Freeman still on the bench, and Holroyd yet to make any alteration to their side. Now King with a bit more confidence in her deliveries after that last one. The front post they go again. And Bernard getting there but unable to direct it goalward. It was an identical delivery to the one which Horgan connected with sweetly. Kalako is hunched over, I believe, to Bernard. Look, it actually came more off the nose of Bernard. She had clutched her face after contacting that delivery. Just looking back at the goal, I'm incredibly shocked that Horgan was left unmarked at that back post. Anyway, we find ourselves back at level peggings. Bernard off the field now. Holroyd do make a change, it seems, for Sarah Bernard. To be the number 44 of Daniela Kacic. So Kalako will play a bit more of an advanced role. Kacic and Gardner in that double pivot. Hawkins didn't get the purchase on the pass she was hoping for, and Quakers Hill make quick work of that. And Smith got there ahead of Powell. Just couldn't swing around and make the angle work for her. Looks to have Bolter beaten for pace. Delivery takes a deflection, and Wilson was able to recover and get low quickly. Coote didn't get a touch. Hawkins Did get a touch, but it was off the hands. Now Takatahiwi not the usual goalkeeper for Holroyd. I'm not sure if she has any serious goalkeeping experience or just filling in for the absent Courtney Franks. But that's sun in the eyes. Perhaps Cleesby can make full advantage of that. Not quite on this occasion. King. Looking for an opening. Didn't see much. Just hope that Horgan was up there somewhere. Corky. Smothered by Kalako. Now brings it down. Gardner. Wide for Pager. Kalako. Does well to hold off the challenge of Smith, who ends up with the ball. Gardner getting a little more involved in this second half. Webb. Ryan having to intervene before Horgan steals it away. Bolter bringing it forward for Quakers Hill. Wouldn't sit right in time for Pager. Now Kalako. Freeman back on for Quakers Hill. Carter pops it up. Gardner. Bit of a dangerous pass. Smith. And Takatahiwi. A brilliant outstretched save. Well, if she doesn't have any experience, she's certainly picking up the tools of the trade pretty quick. You have to really ask, what was Gardner thinking there? Had Hawkins there as an option directly behind her and going square across danger. Holroyd very fortunate for their goalkeeper. Coots. Goes through midfield, Freeman. Brought back on to settle things down through midfield. Holroyd, we're just warming up into the contest a little with her absence. Berg. Actually brings Gardner down on Holroyd. Will get the free kick. Skimming off the head of Webb. Cleesby taking no chances there. King. Gardner. Smith. Rushing out, but Powell was able to get it away. Pager. Horgan tries to sweep it first time. Smith takes it in her stride. Webb. Cut out by Helena. Gardner. Powell upfield for Pager. Blocked by Bolter. Kachich. Holroyd starting to make inroads. Kachich. Hoofed away by Cleesby. MacArthur Caruthers might be able to get there, but it will be Quakers Hill ball. Hawkins. Freeman. Great turn away from Kalako, but has gone back into traffic. Bolter. Ball into the front post. Coots. Just agonisingly teased across the front post, but she couldn't get there in time. Morgan has done well there. Stays on her feet despite the outstretched challenge of Webb. Berg. Showed too much of it to Gardner. Drops it off to King. Cleesby gets it away in time. Gardner. Great ball for Pager, who goes early. Wilson bobbles, but no Ranger there to trouble. Coote with a flick on. Tangled up there with Powell. Coote looks all right to continue for now. So run home for Holroyd. Be at home next week to take on Kellyville, who currently sit in second coming into this afternoon's matchups, and you would think they will get that job done over Norwest. Pager with an incredible run, which just brought to an end, unable to find Horgan. gaps in the middle of the park starting to emerge. Some tired legs out there. Coot looking to pressure attack it to Hiwi. Hawkins did well there. Kachich. Brushes off the recovering Webb, and that's great pass for King. Just couldn't get the delivery away from Wilson. We will play the last round at Rouse Hill. It will be the final match of the round for the regular season. Quakers Hill, this isn't their last match of the round either. As Coots fires one from 20 out, but Swerve always directing away from the goal. Quakers Hill will be taking on Ponds away next week at Jonas Bradley, so that will be the final BDSFA home match of the round. And we'll finish up in 2 weeks' time here against the league leaders, Marion. Marion still yet to taste defeat in 2026. Kalako. Berg. Corky has come off for Quakers Hill and has been replaced by number 41, Kayla Marlowe. And Tia Berg has shifted back down to right fullback for Quakers Hill. Marlowe to that sort of right midfield role. As I mentioned before, it's just such a fluid role, that front four that Quakers have got, the two wide players, and MacArthur, Caruthers and Coots as well. Webb jammed in the tackle by Pager. Bolter. Gardner wins it back. Looks to get a delivery in early, but lost her footing in the process. MacArthur, Caruthers going long. Coots in a race to attack it to Hiwi, but ball always favouring the Holroyd goalkeeper. Webb cutting that out. Finding Smith. Berg returning serve. Pager. Horgan Once more denied by O'Brien. Holroyd will make their first change of the afternoon. Or second, I should say. Patricia Kalako coming off. Number 12. Has been wearing number 16 this afternoon. And on the number 21 of Belinda Vasquez. Holroyd, well, they've got another corner. A shout from Quakers Hill coaching staff to make sure that back post is covered this occasion. King will drop it right on the penalty spot. Quakers Hill got the first touch. Horgan. Gardner popping it up. Webb just swung at it wildly, and it'll go behind for another corner. Taken short for Horgan. It's blocked by Freeman. Again behind for another corner. Going to the back post. Pager flew herself at it, but Wilson now on the line to prevent another corner being turned in by Holroyd. Gardner. Was late there by Marlowe. Over there to apologise instantly. Away by Cleesby. Gardner. Hawkins with a heavy touch. MacArthur Carruth is winning there. Able to recycle possession for Holroyd. Turning it over cheaply. Does eventually fall the way of Pager. Early ball. Dealt with by Berg, and it needed to be dealt with. Gardner tries from distance. And crossbar. And Horgan will follow it in. A double for the lethal Rebecca Horgan. It's very nearly a worldie by Angela Gardner, rattling the crossbar. And Horgan was the only one following that in. And we'll Paterson just had no hope yet again, but to watch it sail by. And it's Kayla Mullo having just been recently booked. Will come off. Abby Corky back on. I can see Jamie Combo as well up front, so I believe Hayley Smith has come off as well. Towards Molina has come on for Dion King as well. Number 6 for Holroyd. Holroyd, they do lose that edge from the set piece as MacArthur Caruthers goes from distance. Taka Tahiwi saw it all the way. Horgan gets the flick on Pager in open space. Molina's at the back post. Horgan going for the cutback, looking for an opening. And the angle was always working against it. Cleesby just pokes it out in time. Berg. Takes a touch off Helena. Corky. Brought down well by MacArthur Caruthers. Stripped away by Gardner. Freeman. Has to wrestle back control over this match, as Holroyd have definitely enjoyed a bit more dictation in this second half. Gardner. Out wide for Powell. And the flick on. Invites MacArthur Caruthers. Coot there in support. MacArthur Caruthers blocked by Hawkins. Now Holroyd can go the other way. Freeman with a strong challenge. Webb there in support as well. I mentioned before that midfield battle, those two did so well in the first half together, and no surprise that Freeman has been brought back in. Quakers Hill reverting to their starting lineup. Starting with their strongest players, although they didn't necessarily create a whole lot. It's more defensive sureness. It's really being put under the test now. Cleesby races out. A few ticks over 10 minutes left to play here as Horgan gets the better of her marker, gets a ball in and then swings at another wild volley. The angle far too tight on that occasion. Bolter. Bring it up. Holroyd, a little standoffish in their pressure. Falls Page's way anyway. O'Brien. Just got it away from the pressure, but ends up Holroyd ball. Webb. Handball the call. Bolts out. Cut off by Page up. O'Brien. Denied by Hawkins. Corky. Trying to be played in via the back heel of Berg. Won't come to fruition though. Vasquez. Molina. Just a little too out of reach. Webb. Molina. Back to Hawkins. Pager. Turning into the challenge of Freeman. Kumbo. Coote. Now there's Bolter on the overlap. Just a little too close to Taya there for Holroyd. Pager nearly getting the flick on from Vasquez. Berg. Coote turning away from Gardner. No advantage to be played, and good result there with not a lot of support on this right-hand side for Coote then. Cleesby pops it up. Coote had a swing at it. Corky out muscled there by Horgan. Vasquez with a heavy touch. Berg into the corner. Gardner dropping it off for Hawkins. Last touch there off Berg. Holroyd sort of pinned in their corner at the moment. Molina with the flick on, gets him out of the corner, but Quakers Hill with the ball. Corky. Berg. Able to get it over to Corky. Quakers Hill get the throw. Coote. And it falls away of MacArthur Carruthers. Thought maybe it just got a little too much underneath that, but actually came off a Holroyd Ranger on the way through. Quakers Hill with all their players on the edge of the area. Coote marking Takatahiwi. The flick on by Webb. O'Brien! Gardner on the line. And another corner. It's Gardner with the assist to put them ahead. And now retaining that lead with the goal line clearance as well. Kumbo with the in-swinger. Berg. Just wide of the post. Minutes or so to go. Plus whatever the referee wants to tack on at the end. Bolter. Drops to Gardner. Again, still going with it is Gardner. Upfield for Horgan. Smart move there by Gardner to bait Bolter into challenging that. Morgan dealt with by Cleesby. MacArthur Carruthers getting past Kachich. Howell's there to help out in defence. Good touch from Horgan. Flick through for Pager. Can they seal it here? Not quite. Maybe a minute and a half left. Vasquez. Will be called off, number 21 for Holroyd. The number 15 of Amelia Maisel. The first involvement cutting out the pass. Intended for MacArthur Carruthers. Gardner. Horgan. They're ahead of Webb. Quakers skipper using her frame to shield it off, but couldn't do much else with it. Holroyd with the throw-in good territory. If they do win it, Quakers Hill will have to go the full length of the field. Blocked by Webb. Holroyd with a corner. We eat into borrowed time now. It'll be the goal scorer, Horgan, who will take responsibility. Meisel offering the short option. Looks like at most it's just drawn Berg out of the equation. Molina bumped out of contention. It'll drop for Helena. Kacic. Molina. Blocked by O'Brien. Meisel. Once again for Horgan, who will use her experience to just slow that game down. Try to chew a bit more time off the clock. Walter doing really well there. One last opportunity, but they'll have to be quick. O'Brien. Corky has some space. MacArthur Caruthers is sliding over in support. That's where they'll go. Hawkins got that touch to take it away. Holroyd, they're throwing everyone behind it now. Coote into the area. Taya dropping for Freeman. And Taya will see it clear. Cleesby all clear. And Rebecca Horgan, the hero for Holroyd. A second half brace. A volley on the left. And chasing up the crossbar. Thundering effort by Garner to add the second. Coming from behind and taking the 3 points. So they will leapfrog Holroyd, leapfrog Quakers Hill, and push the Tigers into 5th. Full time here at Paterson Reserve. It finishes Quakers Hill Tigers 1, Holroyd Rangers 2. Ben Bo Clemens, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Be sure to tune in next week for round 17 as the Quakers Hill Tigers pay a visit to Ponds. Round 17 of the 2026 Women's Premier League. That's all for now. Thank you. We'll see you next week.